We're working developing news in a major story we've been on top of for more than a year, the murder trial of Aaron Hernandez.
Today, the former Patriot star was in court, as was the family of his alleged victim, Odin Lloyd, as lawyers on both sides deliver their impassioned opening statements.
Eyewitness News reporter Susan Campbell joins us live from Fall River Superior Court with the dramatic details.
Prosecutors say they have plenty of evidence to prove Aaron Hernandez is a killer, but the defense says he's innocent. They say he was friends with Odin Lloyd and that he had no motive to kill. In tears, Odin Lloyd's mother left the courtroom as a photo of her son's body was shown to the jury.
Determined he had 6 gunshot wounds. 1 in his right forearm, 1 in his right flank, 2 in his back. Shot as if he was crouching down.
Prosecutors say Aaron Hernandez, Ernest Wallace, and Carlos Ortiz shot Lloyd to death in this North Attleboro industrial park.
When they left Odin Lloyd there, they left evidence at the scene. They took evidence with them. They created evidence of their cooperative effort, and they tried to, and in some cases were successful in destroying evidence.
Now, more than a year and a half after Lloyd's death, Hernandez is going on trial for the murder. His mother, brother, and fiancée, Cheyenne Jenkins, sitting right behind him. During opening statements, the prosecution laid out its case against the former Patriot star, showing evidence like text messages and surveillance videos and photos, including this one that prosecutors say shows Aaron Hernandez holding a gun right after Lloyd was killed.
That, ladies and gentlemen,
but Hernandez's defense team claims evidence against Hernandez is thin.
The evidence will show the investigation was sloppy and unprofessional. Aaron Hernandez is not guilty. We are here because the police and the prosecutors targeted Aaron from the very beginning.
Ernest Wallace and Carlos Ortiz have both pleaded not guilty to murder charges. Neither has gone on trial yet. Besides the opening statements, 2 witnesses took the stand today. Odin Lloyd's former boss and also the high school student who discovered Odin Lloyd's body in that industrial park. You'll hear from him coming up at 6 o'clock. Shannon?
So, Susan, we do know that court was delayed for about 2 hours today. What happened?
So this morning, 1 juror was actually excused, so the judge had to start up that individual interview process all over again to find her replacement. Now the jury is made up of 12 women, 6 men. Back to you.
All right, Susan Campbell, thank you very much. We'll check back with you again for more on today's developments coming up on Eyewitness News at 6.
Now, Hernandez on trial. It was a dramatic day in the court today, beginning with opening statements and testimony.
And new at 6 tonight, we're hearing from one of the witnesses who took the stand, the high school student who found the victim's body.
From the Southeastern Massachusetts Mobile Newsroom, Eyewitness News reporter Susan Campbell is live outside Fall River Superior Court.
That student is 17 years old now. Today, he testified that he discovered Odin Lloyd's body lying face up in the industrial park. A 17-year-old high school student taking the stand in Aaron Hernandez's trial.
And what do you recognize that to be?
The path and the person I discovered.
Matthew Kent testified that he discovered Odin Lloyd's body in this North Attleboro industrial park when he was out for a run.
I went over to him and asked him if he was all right.
When there was no response, Kent says he ran for help at a nearby business.
One of the men that came down with me just said he's dead.
Before this testimony, we heard opening statements. Prosecutors showed some of their evidence, including surveillance videos and photos. And they told jurors they have DNA evidence from the crime scene to link Hernandez to the crime.
He orchestrated, participated in the killing, he covered up the killing.
But the defense claims Hernandez is innocent.
Ladies and gentlemen, in June of 2013, Aaron Hernandez was planning a future, not a murder.
And they say the evidence will prove it.
We are here because the police and the prosecutors targeted Aaron from the very beginning. As soon as they found out that Aaron Hernandez, the celebrity football player, the New England Patriot, was a friend of Odin Lloyd's, Aaron never had a chance. It was over.
Hernandez's co-defendants, Carlos Ortiz and Ernest Wallace, have both pleaded not guilty to murder charges. At one point today, when photos of Odin Lloyd's body were shown in the courtroom, Odin Lloyd's mother started crying. She got up and left. Shannon and Mike.
Susan, in the piece we just saw, you mentioned DNA evidence. What can you tell us about that?
So during opening statements, prosecutors alluded to the fact that they found, their investigators found DNA evidence on a marijuana joint at the scene that was Hernandez's DNA. They say they also found Hernandez's DNA on a shell casing. Of course, they didn't really expand on that too much. We'll have to stay tuned when they present that evidence during the trial. Back to you guys.